Dear students, today I am going to teach you the second class of motion of class 9. So there is the example 8.1. In this example it has been said that an object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? So for this we will first add the total distance, that is 16 plus 16, that is our total distance is 32, and the total time, which is 4 seconds plus 2 seconds, that is 6 seconds. So the average speed will be total distance traveled by total time taken, that is 32 meter by 6 seconds, which is 5.33 meter per second. So do this at your copy. Now another important definition is the speed with direction. It has a name. When we add the direction with speed, then then this quantity becomes a vector quantity, and this quantity is now named as velocity. So it has been written here that the rate of motion of an object can be more comprehensive, that is, it can give more and more details if we specify its direction of motion along with its speed. The quantity that specifies both these aspects is called velocity. Velocity is the speed of an object moving in a definite direction. So velocity is nothing but the speed, but here the concept of direction will come, that is, the body must have moved in a specific or in a definite direction. In case the velocity of the object is changing at a uniform rate, then average velocity is given by the arithmetic mean of initial velocity and final velocity for a given period of time. That is, if the velocity changes equally, that is, if in the first hour it is 50 km per hour and in the second hour it is again 50 km per hour or so much, so then the average velocity can be calculated easily by taking the arithmetic mean. This formula is not so much important because but in case of numerical we will consider another formula which has not been written here, but please take it, note it down. I am saying the average velocity is equal to the total displacement by time. So here in the average speed it was written that total average speed equal to total distance by time, and here average velocity is equal to total displacement by time. Because speed was a scalar quantity, so the concept of distance has come, but since the velocity is a vector quantity, so the concept of displacement has come. Later when we will do numerical, the concept will be more easier. Now since speed and velocity are both the distance by time and displacement by time, so both of them have the same units, that is meter per second, or maybe kilometer per hour or centimeter per second, depending on your convention. 13.9 meter per second. So the average speed of the car is 50 km per hour or 13.9 meter per second. That is, we have evaluated the speed in both the units. Now another example is that Usha swims in a 90 meter long pool, that is, the length of the pool is 90 meter. She covers 180 meter in 1 minute by swimming from one end to the other and back along the same straight path. That is, she swims along a straight line, which is basically the length of the pool. Now what is the length of the pool? It is 90 meter, and she covers 180 meter in 1 minute. That is, she again comes back to its initial position after swimming. So the total distance here will be 180 meter. This is of no doubt, but the total displacement will be 0. Why the displacement is 0? Because initially at first Usha swims in forward direction for 90 meter and then again in backward direction 90 meter. So the displacement will be 90 minus 90. Here minus 90 is because because Usha swims in the backward direction for 90 meter, and plus 90 is because Usha swims for 90 meter in the forward direction. So net displacement is 90 minus 90 is equal to 0. So due to this, average speed will be total distance covered by total time taken, 180 meter by 1 minute. Then we again convert this, we will get 3 meter per second. And in case of average velocity, it will be displacement by total time taken. Now what is displacement? It is 0 meter and total time taken is 60 seconds. So it is 0 meter per second. So average speed of Usha is 3 meter per second, but her average velocity is 0 meter per second. The velocity is 0 because displacement is 0. Now we come to our next topic. This is the rate of change of velocity. During uniform motion of an object along a straight line, the velocity remains constant with time. This means that in case of uniform motion, we know equal distance or equal displacement is covered by an object in equal interval of time. And we know what is velocity. Velocity is defined as the ratio between displacement and the time. Since the displacement is equal in equal interval of time, so the velocity remains constant. That is, at every moment we will get a specific velocity, suppose 50 km per hour, and it will not change. But in case of non-uniform motion, velocity varies with time. That is, in non-uniform motion, we know in equal interval of time the displacement covered by the object changes, and so velocity varies with time. That is, it may have 50 km per hour in first hour, and then its velocity may increase or decrease. Suppose 60 km per hour in the second hour and 40 km per hour in the third hour, and so on. So how we measure this rate of change of velocity? So for this we will understand the concept of acceleration. Acceleration is defined as the ratio between change in velocity and time taken. And here it is the formula for acceleration. It has been given as v minus u by t. V is the final velocity and u is the initial velocity, and the total time taken by the object is t second or t minute, or it may be t hour. Since acceleration is change in velocity by time taken, and again velocity is a vector quantity, so acceleration will also be a vector quantity, and the SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Now acceleration is taken to be positive if it is in the direction of velocity. That is, if the acceleration will be positive if it is acting along the direction of velocity, and it will be negative when it is opposite to the direction of velocity. In the next numerical, we will understand what is positive and what is negative velocity. One important line, please note it down, that is the negative acceleration is also known as deceleration. If an object travels in a straight line and its velocity increases or decreases by equal amounts in equal intervals of time, then the acceleration of the object is said to be uniform. Here uniform acceleration, here we are saying about the uniform acceleration and not the uniform motion. In case of uniform acceleration, the change in velocity must be by equal amount. This change in velocity may be in the increasing or in the decreasing manner, but this change must be in equal amount in equal intervals of time. One example is the motion of a freely falling body. Now what is freely falling body? Suppose a mango is falling from a tree. This is an example of a uniformly accelerated motion. On the other hand, an object can travel with non-uniform acceleration if its velocity changes at a non-uniform rate. That is in case of non-uniform acceleration, the change in velocity is different in equal interval of time. That is, here the change in velocity is not equal in all intervals of time. For example, if a car traveling along a straight road increases its speed by unequal amounts in equal intervals of time, that is, suppose in first hour of motion its speed is 50 km per hour, its velocity is 50 km per hour, and in the second hour its velocity becomes 40 km per hour, and again in the third hour its velocity becomes 60 km per hour, then the car is said to be moving with non-uniform acceleration. Now this is the last numerical of today's class. So in the example 8.4 it has been said that starting from a stationary position, Rahul pedals his bicycle to attain a velocity of 6 meter per second in 30 seconds. So write down the time. The time is 30 seconds and he attains a velocity of 6 meter per second. And initially he started from a stationary position. That is, initially his velocity will be 0 meter per second as he is in stationary position. So initial velocity u equal to 0 and final velocity v equal to 6 meter per second. And what is the time? T is equal to 30 seconds. Now again we go back to the question. Then he applies brakes such that the velocity of the bicycle comes down to 4 meter per second in the next 5 seconds. Now he applies the brakes, and when we apply the brake in a bicycle, then its velocity starts decreasing. So in this case Rahul's bicycle speed comes down to 4 meter per second in the next 5 seconds. So calculate the acceleration of the bicycle in both the cases. That is calculate the acceleration when the velocity increases from 0 to 6 meter per second in 30 seconds, and again calculate the acceleration when its velocity decreases from 6 meter per second to 4 meter per second in 5 seconds. So in the first case a is equal to v minus u by t, and here v is 6 meter and u is 0 meter. So a becomes 6 minus 0 divided by 30, that is 0.2 meter per second square. Now in the second case, initial velocity u equal to 6 meter per second, v is equal to 4 meter per second, because after applying brake the velocity changes from 6 to 4, and what is the time? The time is 5 seconds. So again acceleration is now 4 minus 6, not 6 minus 4, because 4 is the final. So 4 minus 6 divided by 5, and it becomes minus 0.4 meter per second square. So here first one is positive and second one is negative acceleration. Thus acceleration of the bicycle in the first case is 0.2 meter per second square, and in the second case it is minus 0.4 meter per second square. So from the answer of this numerical we have come to know that acceleration is both positive as well as negative. The acceleration becomes positive when the velocity increases, and acceleration becomes negative when the velocity decreases. So keep this in your mind. I will later assign homework on this. The homework is basically you please do these numericals in your copy freshly, and then show me. I will say the time during which before which you should send this in the physics class 9 group. Okay, thank you.